I am yours, Jesus, you are mine. In this joy, perfect peace, earthly pain finally will cease. Celebrate, Jesus is alive. He's alive. Oh, happy day, happy day. You wash my sin away.
Hey everybody, welcome to Easter Jam. I am so excited that you have joined with us today. My name is John and I'm going to be your host today for Easter Jam. And here's what I want you to know before we even get started, is that Easter Jam is for everyone in your family. So high schoolers, Easter Jam is for you. Middle schoolers, Easter Jam is for you. And for our Wamba Lane and Upstreet kids, if you're in elementary or preschool, we're about to have a ton of fun together today. Parents, get ready. This is going to be a brand new way for you to celebrate Easter as we together celebrate Easter all weekend long. Before we really get started, there's one thing I want you to know, is that this is an interactive experience. And so if you're watching Easter Jam on your TV right now, pull out a cell phone or pull out your laptop too, or an iPad, turn the volume off so that you can comment along, because we are going to ask you to comment and share with us. You don't have to do this, but we do think it's going to add to your experience. So go ahead and do that. And if you're already able to comment, go ahead and give me a thumbs up in the comments to let me know that you're ready. Easter Jam is going to be a super fun, activity-driven experience for you and your family, and you're going to need some supplies to participate. So here's what you're going to need. You're going to need some peeps. You're going to need some toothpicks. You're going to need to use the microwave at some point. We'll talk about that in a couple minutes. You're going to need socks and some laundry baskets. So make sure those socks are matching and have some laundry baskets ready to go. We're going to have a ton of fun together as we celebrate Easter all weekend long. Here we go. Easter Jam starts in 3, 2, 1.
Easter, a time for fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies. And then there are the weird parts of Easter, like fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies, which is interesting. But what does all this stuff have to do with Easter? And if this holiday is about more than candy and wearing uncomfortable clothes to church and lunch with your relatives, what makes Easter happy?
All right, guys, here's the deal. There's really only two types of people in the world. People who like Peeps and people who don't. Now, I'll be honest with you. I love Peeps, but there's a lot of people that think that they're disgusting. So here's what I want to know from you right now. What does your family think about Peeps? Tell us in the comments. Give us a thumbs up if you like Peeps, or a thumbs down if you don't. I'm going to get us set up to play a really fun game together. JC, Annie, how's it going, guys? It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Welcome to Easter Jam. Here's what we are going to do. You guys have been asked to have peeps and toothpicks, and you guys are going to help me help them play this game together. Does that sound good? All right,
Great.
Let's air 5 it up real quick. You guys ready to go? All right, cool. So go ahead and grab a peep, pick a color, right?
Going for blue.
Now we are using bunny peeps. You can use the bunny peep
yellow.
or the bird peeps, the actual real peeps. This would be a beep more than a peep.
The bunny
I guess.
peep.
Okay, we're cool with that. And then you guys are going to need some toothpicks, and I'm going to walk us through how we're going to play this game. So if you guys are playing along at home, and we hope that you are, go ahead and get out your peeps and your toothpicks. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to play a game that we're calling Peep Jousting. All right, guys, are you ready to play Peeps Jousting with us? I'm really excited. Now, here's what I would like for everybody to do. At home, you guys are going to divide into 2 teams. So you're going to need 2 peeps, 2 different teams, and I want you to come up with some team names. Annie, what is going to be your team name?
Oh, we are going to be the Peepinators.
Okay, so the blue peeps will be the Peepinators.
Peepinators.
All right, I like that. Interesting. JC, what's going to be your team name?
We're going to be the Ski Peeps.
The Ski Peeps, okay?
The Ski Peeps.
And you guys will see in just a minute why JC's come up with that nickname. Now, here's what you need to know. You're going to need 2 peeps, 1 peep for each team, and then depending upon what type of peep you have, you're either going to need one toothpick per team, or you're going to need 3 toothpicks per team. Now, if you've got bunny toothpicks at home, like us, you're going to need to put your bunny on some skis. So we're going to go ahead and show you how to do that real quick. We're going to take our 2 toothpicks and we're going to stick them through the bottom, really as low as possible, guys, so that it kind of looks like they're skiing, just like that. All right. And if you're at home and you're playing with a regular peep, you're just going to take your peep. If it was, standing this way and the head was over here, you're going to take your peep jousting sword and you're going to stick it in the front and have it sticking up just like this. But since we're rocking the bunnies, we're going to go ahead and give them their jousting swords right about arm length and tilt it up in the air,
Right or
just
left?
like
what
that.
are you doing? Oh, you're in the middle.
You guys are right and left. Oh, you're right through the middle. All right. So hopefully at this point, your peeps, if you've got a bunny, looks like this. And if you have a regular peep, it should look like this. Now, here is how we're going to play Peeps Jousting. All right, guys, go ahead and grab a plate for me. We're going to show them how to play Peeps Jousting. So you're going to get a plate, and your 2 teams are going to face their peeps facing one another, just like we've got them here. Might have to mess with them just a little bit to get them to perfectly face one another. There we go. JC's will stand up eventually. So once you get your peeps lined up and standing each other, and you get them close enough so that their swords are close to touching, you're going to pop your peeps in the microwave, and you're going to set the timer for 45 seconds. Now, don't miss this. You're not going to put your peeps in there for all of 45 seconds. You're going to stop it. Now, here's what's going to happen. You're going to put your peeps in there facing one another, set the timer for 45 seconds, and press start. And what's going to happen is your peep is going to melt in the microwave, and once the toothpick, the end of the toothpick, melts down enough to touch the other peep, that team is the winner. Now, we know that this might be a little complicated for you, so we're going to show you how it's played. Here's Peep Jousting. All right, guys, we are so ready to get started with some Peep Jousting. Now, before we get started, if you've gotten to this point and you're thinking you can't participate because you don't have any peeps at home, you can participate with just a giant marshmallow and a toothpick, or even 2 scoops of ice cream with toothpicks stuck in them works as well. But for the sake of the game right now, we're going to continue to play. In fact, we modified our bunny peeps here and built some super bunny peep jousters. So let's see how this works, guys. 45 seconds on the microwave. Let's see who wins this time, blue or yellow. What do you guys think at home?
Yellow.
Your joust is actually. Oh, there it goes.
My joust touching yours.
Oh, man.
Oh, but it fell over.
The blue bunny knocked the head off the yellow one. I think that's a winner there. All right, Annie, go ahead and stop it. Guys at home,
Really?
make sure you're stopping your peeps. She doesn't know how to stop it. Stop the peeps. All right, now make sure you don't forget, do not microwave your peeps for more than 45 seconds. Right, Annie? That's 4 minutes and 50 seconds, Annie. Oh boy. Hey everybody, welcome back. I hope that you had a ton of fun playing peep jousting with us, and hopefully you didn't make as big of a mess as we did putting all of those peeps in the microwave. How crazy was that? It made like a giant peep cake. Even with just the 2 peeps that we used, we kind of made a big mess. We're gonna play a really fun game together next, and you're gonna need the rest of your supplies that we told you you would need. So go ahead, we're gonna give you a few moments, grab all the socks. Grab all the socks in the house that have a matching pair, and also grab 2 laundry baskets. We're gonna give you a few moments to get that together. I'm gonna go wash my hands, and we'll see you back in just a few moments. All right, everybody, welcome back. We are gonna get ready and get set up to play an awesome game that we are calling Easter Egg Throwdown. Now, we know that since we're all having to be inside right now, it's not a good idea to play with real Easter eggs because that would make a really big mess. So we're gonna use socks instead, and I've got my friends Annie and JC up here to help me play this game. Now, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna explain the rules of the game, and then JC and Annie are going to play the game while you guys get set up at home. When they're done playing the game, you guys are gonna go ahead and get started on your game as well. So here's how the game is going to work. Hopefully you guys at home and our friends here have put a bunch of socks in different baskets. Now, everybody's gonna dump all of their socks on the floor, so go ahead and do that. Now, JC, you still have a pair matched up there.
No.
You gotta pull them apart, that's cheating, man. Put them in one big pile right here in the center of the room. And then we're gonna take these baskets and we're gonna put them on the other side of the room while you guys mix up all of those socks. Make sure you get them mixed up really well. Get them mixed up really well So all the different socks aren't too close together. Yep, just like that. That looks great. Now, parents at home, when it's time for you guys to get your basket set up, put the baskets as far or as close as they need to be based on the age of the kids that you have at home. Now, you're gonna need 2 or maybe even 3 people competing against one another, and you're gonna need some scorekeepers on the other end of the room. Now, if you don't have that many people at home, if there's just 1 or 2 of you, you're gonna be on the honor system. So make sure you're being honest on how many points you get. I'm talking to you, parents, okay? So we're gonna put 60 seconds on the timer. Annie and JC are gonna face off against each other while you guys get set up at home. But before we start any of this, I wanna hear from you. Tell us in the comments, who do you think is going to win? Do you think it's gonna be Annie, or do you think it's going to be JC? Tell us in the comments and we're gonna get started. Are you guys ready to play Easter egg throwdown?
Ready.
Yep.
Okay, now, remember, all the socks are fair game, so the faster you throw and put them together, the more likely you are to win. You guys ready? All right, 3, 2, 1, go! Stop the game, okay. All right, guys, our time is up on our game. I hope you guys are getting your Easter egg throwdown competition all set up at home. Before you guys get started, we needed to announce a winner here. So, Annie, why don't you count out for us how many socks you have?
Okay.
So we got 1, let's go, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. If you guys at home thought Annie was going to win, she has 9 socks. Let's see how many JC has. Go ahead, JC. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Well, we have a tie here. We quite literally did not plan that. So we'll have to figure out, maybe we'll have an arm wrestle challenge on a later date to figure out who the winner of our Easter egg throwdown is. We're excited for you guys to get started. So here's what we're gonna do. Get ready, get set, because Easter egg throwdown is starting right now in your house. We're gonna put a timer on the screen. Are you guys ready? All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, everybody, come on back in. We hope that you guys had a ton of fun playing that game with us. We want to hear from you in the comments below. How many pairs of socks did you guys manage to get into the basket on the winning team? Here, we had a two-way tie with 9 socks. How many did you get? We'd love to hear from you. We're gonna continue celebrating the Easter season all weekend long. And as we look forward to Easter, I just wanna say that even though this season means that we're probably gonna be celebrating Easter a little bit differently than we normally do, we believe that Easter is still happy. And it's not just happy because of Easter bunnies and Easter basket and Peep Wars, even though those are really great things. we believe that Easter is happy for an even bigger reason. We believe that that reason is the greatest story ever told. We also believe that that story is really simple. So sit back and relax, because we want to tell the story in probably the most simple way we can, with a bunch of dirty laundry. We hope that you enjoy this. At the end of the story together, you're going to hear from one of our really great friends, Trey. Sit back, relax, and enjoy.
In the beginning, God created everything. He formed people in His very own image. But then, we turned away from God. Sin entered the world, like a dark stain. Still, God loved us so deeply that He made a plan to rescue us. At just the right moment, God sent His very own Son, Jesus, to live among us. Jesus healed hearts and minds and bodies. Thousands gathered to hear Him teach. Instead of giving lots of new rules, Jesus turned things upside down by making it simple. Love God, love others. After 3 years of traveling and teaching, Jesus and His disciples entered Jerusalem to celebrate the Passover feast. Huge crowds gathered to welcome Him. But while the crowds cheered for Jesus, the religious leaders made plans to arrest Him. He was turning their world upside down, and they wanted Him gone. As Jesus celebrated the Passover meal with His friends, He told them that He would be leaving, but would return. His friends didn't understand. That night, one of Jesus' followers, Judas, led soldiers to arrest Him. The religious leaders gave Jesus a fake trial and then sent Him to Pilate, the Roman governor, who could have Him killed. Pilate found Jesus had broken no law and tried to release Him. But a mob called for Jesus to be killed. Pilate gave in and handed Jesus over to the Roman soldiers. Jesus was forced to carry the heavy beams of His own wooden cross. On a hill called Golgotha, the soldiers nailed Jesus' hands and feet to the rough wood. The soldiers and people who passed by laughed and mocked Him. But from the cross, Jesus asked God to forgive them. Finally, Jesus called out, "It is finished." Then He died. The earth shook. Rocks split open. Even the soldiers cried, "Surely He was the Son of God." One of Jesus' followers took His body and placed it in a tomb cut from the rock. A huge stone blocked the entrance. Jesus' friends were devastated. They had believed that Jesus was the one God promised, the one who would rescue them, but now He was gone. Their whole world had turned upside down. Jesus' friends stayed hidden in fear for 3 days. But early Sunday morning, Mary Magdalene, a close friend of Jesus, hurried to the tomb. She planned to anoint Jesus' body with special spices. As Mary neared the tomb, she saw the stone had been rolled away. The tomb was empty. Mary turned to see a man standing near. She didn't recognize him until he said, "Mary." It was Jesus, alive. Jesus told her, "Do not hold on to me. I have not yet ascended to the Father. Instead, go to those who believe in me." Jesus, God's Son, became like us to lay down His life. Through God's power, He defeated death for all of us, and sin was washed away. One day, He's promised to return, so we can live with Him forever.
I hear that story every Easter and it always amazes me. I mean, God sent Jesus to the world to remind me that He is greater than anything that can go wrong in my world. The simple fact that Jesus came back to life is proof to me that I can face anything bad that happens. I like to think about it this way. I can because Jesus is alive. I can keep loving because Jesus is alive. I can be brave because Jesus is alive. I can have hope because Jesus is alive.
I really loved what Trey just said there. And I know for me right now, a lot has changed at home. My husband's working at home. My kids are both doing school at home. And I'm just trying to figure out how to balance all the chaos that is happening right now. And I know that I can have patience in the middle of chaos because Jesus is alive.
Yeah, and for me, I know that when uncertainty comes about and when chaos is around me, I have a tendency to isolate myself. But I know that I can connect with my friends because Jesus is alive. And for my middle school students in the room, I know that you're sharing space with people you don't typically share space with, and you're spending time with people you don't typically spend this much time with. And there's probably some level of stress or anxiety happening in your life. And I want you to know for you that you can have peace because Jesus is alive. And for my high school students, man, even including my seniors, y'all have been looking forward to and are going to and have been missing out on things this semester that you wish were gonna happen. And I hate that for you, but I also want you to know that you can have hope because Jesus is alive. This will pass.
And so for my preschool and elementary kids, I want you guys to know that I know a lot of things are different. You're out of your normal routine, and you're probably stuck at home with mom or dad most of the time. And I just want you to know that you guys can be kind, and you can also share with maybe your brothers and sisters at home because Jesus is alive.
And families, we're excited for you to continue this conversation with your family and answer this first question, I can because Jesus is alive. And maybe even answer the second question, which is, in my opinion, what makes Easter happy? So take a couple minutes and we'll see you back here.
Hey everyone, I hope that you enjoyed having that conversation together as a family. We believe that conversations like that have the power to grow your family closer together. Thank you so much for joining us for Easter Jam. I know that myself and JC and Annie had an incredible time putting all of this together for you. We've had a ton of fun playing games and talking about why Easter is happy. Could you do me a favor as we wrap up this video? I would love for you to take a picture together as a family and post it on social media. And when you do, include the link to this YouTube video so that more families like yours, your friends, your family, your neighbors can engage with us in Easter Jam. We believe that they're going to have a ton of fun just like you did. As we wrap up today, I want to let you know that we are going to continue to celebrate the Easter weekend together, and there's going to be a few different ways coming up on the screen at the end of this video that you can continue to engage with us. Again, thank you so much for joining us for Easter Jam. We'll see you soon.